Hey there, I'm Chris Getting, and welcome back to another Hot Hardware game stream. Today, I'm going to be playing a bit of Horizon Zero Dawn. But first, I want to talk about the system I'm using today, which is the Alienware Aurora R11. I just published a review on this yesterday over at the site, hothardware.com, if you want to check out all of my thoughts about it. But this is a very nice, very high-end system. It's using the Intel Core i9-10900K along with NVIDIA's latest and greatest GeForce RTX 3090 GPU. So it has a lot of gaming muscle to throw at this. So let's go click over to the review real quick just for a little overview. Uh, Basically, I've enjoyed using the system a lot. It's got incredible specs. It runs games incredibly well. It's kind of a shame I'm actually streaming at 1080p today because basically when you're playing at 1080p on this system, it's just too much power. So you can run into some odd issues from CPU bottlenecking that you don't get on higher resolutions with, like when you're playing at 4K and beyond with using the RTX 3090 to its full potential. But if you want to check the specs here, in addition to the 10900K and the 3090, it also has 64 gigabytes of HyperX Fury memory running at 3200 megahertz. It has a 2 terabyte NVMe SSD from Toshiba, as well as a 2 terabyte hard drive. It has killer networking for both Wi-Fi and 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. So very very strong networking options, and you can control your quality of service so that you can tune which applications you want to have priority over others. We've done overviews of the killer software before. We find it works very, very well. Lots and lots of ports, but overall, it's just a great system from the folks at Dell. There's a lot to like. There's also a lot to maybe not so like. The inside is a unfinished steel chassis. I mean, it's a pre-built system. It's for mass production, high volume, but it's still very well engineered. It's got a after you pull out the side panel, the power supply will swing out to open up space to the interior. So you can get at all the service components. It has a fully modular power supply. So all the cables you see here don't really need to be in the system, but Dell puts them in there pre-run so that if you do want to add on parts, add on drives, maybe add a graphics card, probably not in this system, but in other configurations, all the cables are already pre-run for you to do that and make it easy. Here we have the system opened up, but the real nice thing about this particular system, this configuration here, is because the GeForce RTX 3090 is such a massive card, at least as the Founders Edition. It's just a physically big card, but in this system, that's not the case. So I have the card pulled out here, and it's only about 10.5 inches long and no higher than the PCIe bracket. So it's the same exact size really as the RTX 3080 that Dell puts in these systems as well. So if you're looking for a small 3090, maybe get one of these systems, swap out the card to another, repurpose. I mean, do what you want with it. But I think it's one of, if not the smallest 3090s available. And when we went through the performance of the system, we found that that really wasn't an issue either. We can quickly jump to some gaming benchmarks and see that it kind of obliterates in every title. We've got Time Spy here, then moving on to Shadow of War 1440p. It's beating out SLI 2080s. Moving up to 4K, we only have the 5700 XT for comparison with these settings, but even then it's still pushing over 100 FPS in 4K in Shadow of War max settings. Very similar story in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's maybe narrowly beating out the 2080 SLI here, but your minimum frame rates are much stronger, which is going to help with the smoothness of the game that you experience. And again, 4K numbers, not quite up to 100 FPS, but still well over 60. If you want a visually enriched gaming experience, this is definitely going to be the one to deliver. So, well worth a look. It's of course going to be pricey. This configuration comes in at just over $4,000, but you're getting a lot of muscle for that. So stop by the site, hothardware.com. It's right at the top right now if you want to read the full review. I'll leave a link in the chat here. And without further ado, let's switch over to Horizon Zero Dawn. Let me know how the audio levels are with the music playing in the background now. I did turn it down, but yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn. It was a PlayStation 4 exclusive for a long time. Finally came to PC a couple months ago now. I have managed to avoid any spoilers about it, so I am jumping into this game blind, get to experience it with fresh eyes. I've seen the trailers and a little bit of gameplay footage, and it obviously is a beautiful game and should be even more gorgeous with the frankly overpowered 3090 behind it. So let's go in and we'll just take casual with the normal mode. I am drinking a nice stout today. So I've got the Norwield from Banded Brewing, which is a local brewery here, and this stout is very, very tasty. It's if you like a good, clean, neutral stout without any experimental taste or anything, just a solid stout, this is definitely one to try. So so I'm not sure if this is being rendered in engine, but that's very impressive. I know a lot of people complain about depth of field effects, but for shots like this, I really like it to help separate the subject. The lighting's beautiful, though not a RTX title, so I believe there's definitely improvement that could be made there, but even as is, it's great. Game volume is weird. We'll see if we can fix that after the cinematic. Just tumbling, no big deal. Just gonna slide myself out. Okay, so let's go into settings. Audio, is the volume too high, too low, or is something else going on with it? Take it down a little bit. Now I'm hearing game volume is not working, so let me know if you can hear the splashing around. I'm going to continue for a second. Cannot hear the music or voice acting. See, you hear the splashings. Do you hear her musing to herself? Well, we're here now. nice light shaft coming down the fog. Those bats. Oh yeah, you gotta enjoy the environment. Game sound is stuttering. Give me just a second. Okay. Are you able to hear sound currently? Doesn't look like it. How about now?
There's something up ahead. What's that?
Sometimes there is an issue when you're streaming or otherwise using system resources heavily that it can cause a little buffering queue issue with real-time audio that you find in video games, and you can get pops. I'm not hearing them myself, but my streaming software didn't like how I had it configured before, so I just made a little tweak to go more direct with the audio. Alright. Now it's too loud. Y'all are being quite picky. That's cute. So, it looked to me like an arrowhead. I don't think my natural reaction would be to pick that up and put it like a Bluetooth device.
Lights. Everywhere. How does it...
Alright. Checking the audio.
do this?
Toggle the focus by pressing V. So, on and off. Okay.
A metal door. It's closed.
So
Maybe this device I found can help.
Click. E. Use the device to scan the room. Ah.
More lights.
So, conductor, is there anything else? That's just the door.
A shape. It's connected to the door somehow.
Was this the Halo lock? Holo lock? Interface unavailable. So, can I come around this corner? I could probably follow the quest marker that's right in front of my face. Not used to these newfangled handholdy mechanics. Okay, so Q and E turn it different directions. So I'm just gonna keep turning it until something happens.
Changed color.
It's a way to solve puzzles. That doesn't show anything. That still just shows that. No,
It did it.
I really like the use of purple in this. You don't see that as much in game color palettes. See a lot of the cinematic teal and orange, but not so much of the purple, which
What's that?
gives a bit of a mysterious vibe.
It's got a device. Like the one I found.
You think I want it this way? It's the best I can do. He's right behind you. Hi! Happy birthday,
Yeah, so
Isaac.
Dave is also
Daddy
chatting
sure
with
does love
HotHardware
his
in the
little
chat.
big man. Look,
Says the
Daddy
game
can't be
engine
there
looks
with you and
fantastic,
Mom,
and I have
but
to agree.
we can still have a party, right? Sure we can.
Show me. Show me again.
I can do.
The texture on her face is very impressive.
Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Look, Daddy can't be there with you and Mom, but we can still have a party, right? Sure we can.
Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
Sad. Anything in here? Oh, it's just the video sequence again. So I see Archangela's posting a buffer symbol, and I can't quite make out the emoji. Is the game buffering for you?
Why did they die here? What happened to them?
Another
Machu
voice log.
Picchu. Always wanted to see that. Never did. Why didn't I go with Owen when he asked? Stupid.
One thing is, I'm not quite sure what I should be scanning and what I shouldn't.
And maybe that's all I need, you know? That moment the door opened and you were standing there wearing that retro wave dress.
Oh, I see. In this view, there's just a little
I
symbol
had to
above
look
them.
away or you were gonna see on my face what had just blossomed inside me, you know?
And pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Death. No, I'm sorry. It's been a while. Oh, these meds Johnny gave us are really something. So, okay, from the top, kids. Hail Mary, full of grace.
I'm getting the sense we are post-apocalypse here.
He found me. Ross found me. Down here. I'm coming.
Oh, Mother be praised. Come, girl. Take my hand. You don't belong down there. Come. Such places are forbidden, Aloy.
I fell in.
They are of the metal world. What is that on your face?
Nothing.
Busted.
Did you find it down there?
No.
Give it to me.
No.
Aloy, such things are dangerous.
No!
Well, if you're gonna go sneaking away from home, you'll need to know how to survive in the wild. Come, Aloy. Home now. But starting tomorrow, you will learn to hunt.
very serious, Dave. It's a very morbid start to this game.
All these ships,
Young child come across a bunch of dead bodies.
what do they mean?
Sad backstories.
Take your bow.
Bow?
And enough
Thank you,
muttering to that
mysterious technology
plaything.
system. That is indeed a bow.
We descend to the valley now. Follow. The wilds can be dangerous, Aloy. You will need to stay close and do as I say.
I know.
Now, you're still scratched up from that fall you took yesterday. So let's start there. Take this medicine pouch. I'll show you how to fill it. See this plant over here? It's called salve brush. Come, gather its berries in your pouch.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Aloy, come now. Gather the
Go on,
berries.
go on.
Good. Now eat the berries.
Q.
Blech.
So it's just press
They may
Q.
taste bitter, but they can save your life. Always keep your
Convenient.
pouch full of medicinal berries, flowers, and plants.
Where are we?
This valley is just a part of All Mother's embrace.
Embrace.
The Nor tribe watches these lands.
If you're
and
gonna
keeps out
walk,
the most dangerous
Can
machines.
I walk too?
Usually.
I can sprint. I can run normal speed. Game designers, why do you do this?
Further downriver, we'll find a herd of machines, and I will teach you how to hunt.
Are they dangerous?
All machines are dangerous, Aloy. Their power must be respected. But I will be beside you. Aloy, a machine's coming.
See the
Crouch
crouch.
and follow me into the tall grass.
Okay, questioning the control layout a little bit, but we'll get used to it.
There. Now stay low.
Little one.
No, Aloy. Such machines are called watchers. You must learn to avoid their gaze. If you are to survive in the wilds, I will show you. Listen close and do as I do. Stay still. Wait for it to pass. Now keep low and follow me across the trail to that tall grass.
All the rustling of the
Oh, another one.
underbrush.
Let it pass.
Hello, friend.
Come, back this way. The slower you move, the quieter you'll be. And crouched walking is quieter than upright.
That's good, but can I do like a normal walk?
Wait for it. That's the last of them. Let's move on.
Guess we're done crouching. Okay.
You did well. They didn't see or hear you. Now stay close. That herd should be just ahead.
Yeah. Particle effects, everything is just stunning in this.
Who's that?
Ignore him.
But why's he up there?
Yeah, I think when you have a
Smiling
daughter
at
who's
us.
as curious as she is, simply saying ignore him is probably not the thing to say.
Where are you?
Ignore him. We are outcasts, and he is of the tribe.
Maybe he doesn't like the tribe.
And he is a fool. Come now. Let's find that herd. Follow.
take some of them. I don't know why, but I guess we'll find out.
There. See them? These are called striders.
They look like horses.
Ha! Get!
Why'd you chase them off?
To show you how some machines startle easily if they detect you and run away. They're best approached by stealth. Don't worry. We'll catch up with them further down the valley. You'll see. Now, I want you to find some rocks that fit the cup of your hand.
Why?
Do as I say, Aloy, and gather the rocks. I will show you how to use them. Good. That's it. Those will
Great.
do. Follow.
I'm gonna take more.
Aloy, over here.
Oops. It's gonna take me a while to get used to crouch and see
There's
and
the
not
herd.
control.
All right. It's time to throw some rocks.
But rocks can't hurt machines, right?
No, but they can distract them. Draw them into traps. Like that watcher over there. It must be dealt with, or it will warn the herd and send them running before we get in range.
Warn them. How?
The machines speak to each other, Aloy. Unless they are first silenced. Now you stay here on the ridge. On my signal, throw rocks and draw the watcher over to me. Wait for my signal.
It's telling me to sprint, but hold up. And you want to
Aloy,
There.
throw a rock near me. There.
back.
Harvest a kill so I can teach you how to make arrows.
Metal shards, wire.
Good. Now, gather stalks of ridgewood from the plants over there.
Way ahead of you, I guess. Except you're not counting what I already have.
Use the stalks as arrow shafts, and metal shards for arrowheads.
So, tab. Oh, hold tab.
Good.
Okay.
You'll never run out of arrows if you know how to craft what you need. Let's put those arrows to use. Follow. Here. Stay low in the grass and be quiet. It's time to make your first kill, Aloy. Strider. One of the weaker machines. But even a weak machine can kill a hunter if she's careless. You must study your prey.
They really like
Its hide is
cinematic camera
thick,
angles in
but
this.
there are spots where it is vulnerable. Like its eye. Can you guess another?
So, key. Tag.
The canister on its back. Is that a
Okay,
weakness?
so that's highlighted.
Yes. How did you guess that?
The device. It showed me.
But that plaything? Stop playing games. Now, take down that strider. Target the eye or the canister. And if it charges, be ready to roll out of the way.
Okay, so hold right click, draw.
Again!
All right.
You did well today, but you have much to learn. Tomorrow, we train again. What was that?
That boy. The one running the brave trails.
Follow Aloy, quick!
Am I supposed to be seeing him? See, now that I'm sprinting, he's outrunning me. Which at least makes more sense. That's gonna hurt.
I can do nothing. It's only a matter of time before the machines find that boy and kick him to death. But if I shoot, it'll cause a stampede, and it will trample him.
But I can see the paths they take.
Stop telling stories.
I'm not. I can sneak through.
You will not.
Down.
Aloy!
Okay, so we select this. Yep, move along.
To move slowly and quietly so I can sneak past them.
Okay, this one's gonna be annoying. Move along. Get going. Okay. Let's assume that's far enough.
Got to be careful.
The marks around the eye to show how much sound you're making. Okay. So I'm guessing water is going to make a lot of sound.
I need to see their paths.
Or not.
Almost there.
Okay, so we'll wait for this one to pass by. I don't see any others to be worried about.
There he is. Hey.
What? How is this? Shh.
So, quantum overrider in the chat. It's a very cool case with the Aurora. Yeah, it's got a very interesting look to it, either a jet intake or linear aerospike kind of front panel. Definitely moving into the realm of alien spaceship. Very cool. So we're leading him. Okay, so let's go back into some brush.
How do you know to avoid them?
And nothing here.
How are you doing this?
We'll go by. I think that's enough for us.
How is this possible?
Yeah, be quiet, man.
So, it is no plaything.
Could like let him try it on.
Wait. Oh, Mother, bless that girl. Bless you both.
Boy!
She saved me. I just wanted...
Boy! Seal your lips. They are outcasts, both. And she is motherless. Come now. Back to Mother's heart. And you.
That boy should not have spoken to us. It's against tribal law.
Okay.
We'll go home now. Follow.
I know the way. Seal your lips.
So much sass.
Seal your lips. Seal your lips.
Stay away, no mother.
Real great nickname there. Flashpoints offer moments of emotional choice. How Aloy expresses her personality is up to you. Choose Fist and Aloy will confront the enemy directly. Choose Brain and Aloy will use her insight to find a clever, less obvious approach. Choose Heart and Aloy will do something. I don't know. I didn't quite catch the end of that. So, Clint, this game is Horizon Zero Dawn. It was a PlayStation 4 title for a long time and finally got its PC port a couple months ago. I've been dying to play it. Don't have a PlayStation, and I'm now getting the chance, so definitely enjoying it. But if anyone has any idea of what we should choose here for our emotional choice, let's see them in the chat. I'll give it a minute. Should we take the destructive route and aim for the head? Do we try and disarm? Seems like we're going forward with the second option. Or do we give a bit of a surrender? Give it a moment. If we don't see any options, I will just randomly click as I circle around. So... I know there's a little bit of delay on the stream. Not quite able to get the latency down. Let's try to be smart. She seems like a smart kid.
Hey.
Oh, now Chungus Army comes in and says Fist. Well, be quicker next time.
You're bleeding. Let me have a look. Here, hold still. I'll get it.
Why? Why am I an outcast?
Aloy.
So we've got a very hierarchical, matriarchal
Who was my
society,
mother?
it
Aloy,
seems.
I've told you before.
And
That's not
they're
for
so
us to
low
know.
that they have been
You
kicked
were
out of
just
the
a
drive.
newborn when the matriarchs
That's what I'm
brought it to
gathering
me.
so far.
So the matriarchs, they know?
It's not so simple.
But they know.
Aloy, we are outcasts.
So how do I make them tell me?
The matriarchs? There is a way, perhaps.
So tell me.
It would be dangerous.
How?
It would take years of training.
I don't care. How do I do it? Tell me.
The proving. The tribe's rite of passage held every year. Those who pass become braves. But to the one who wins, the matriarchs grant a boon.
A boon?
Yes, whatever the winner wants.
Then I'll do it. Whatever it takes. I'll win the proving.
I see.
Chungus Army says,
Let's
watch
get started then.
their brother play this.
Your training will be
Now, do I
hard.
address you as a singular army, or are you a
Start training.
plurality of
Yes.
army?
Follow.
Always a leg sweep. We need our 80s power gem here for this montage. Have a YouTube, but you think of it as a national army. The United States of Chungus. So is this passing in hours, days, months? That's a leap. Okay, now we've gone years. I think that's safe to assume. So much for sneaking.
Rost? Rost?
Uh-oh.
Rost? Where is he? 2 days before the proving and he goes off without me? He wouldn't do that.
So, can knock off machine armor using left click. Right on the training dummies. Let's save real quick.
He said we'd go hunting this morning.
Training dummies in
Why
or
isn't
out?
he here? Where's he gone to?
There we go. That exposes armor, and then so it's looking like, yeah, remove the armor and then strike. Fire kiln route?
What's he doing up there? He's just standing there. What's going on with him?
Okay, very easy climbing.
Aloy, you're here.
Alright, we've got our emotional wheel back again. So, is everything okay? Why the holdup? Or good thing I know how to track? Do we want to be sarcastic? Do we want to be caring? Or do we want to be a little bit of a jerk? Alright, Chungus says we're going to be caring.
Did you want to be alone?
No. We must speak. I've been thinking about your training, Aloy. You learned to
Why are you
hunt,
not here?
learned to survive. But I fear there's a lesson I failed to teach you. Would you learn it now?
Of course. I'll always learn what you have to teach.
There has been some trouble recently. It affords an opportunity to learn this lesson, but it will be dangerous. You must come prepared, or you will die.
I see there's something
Descend into the
blinking above my
embrace
head here.
and hunt
I'm
until
not
you've
quite sure
gathered the
what that
parts for
is.
fire arrows.
Fire arrows? What kind of trouble are we talking about?
Once you have the parts, you will meet me there, at the gate beyond the village of Mother's Heart.
The North Gate? At the edge of the Embrace?
Yes. Now be on your way.
Something else bothering you? I'll get the parts. Anything else? Well, let's see. Is anything
Something else bothering you?
No, I'm fine.
Anything else you want me to do while I'm down in the Embrace?
Odd Grata might be out of food by now. You could hunt a week's worth of meat for her, if you find the time.
Wouldn't mind if she'd say thanks just once.
Grata follows the law. Her silence towards us is honorable, not an insult.
If you say so. Are you worrying about
We
what
gotta
happens
go through all the
after the
dialogue
proving?
options.
What happens is clear. You will be accepted as one of the tribe, and I will still be an outcast, to be shunned.
Rost, even if the tribe accepts me, I won't...
There is much to do, Aloy. We will discuss this later.
Okay. I'll go gather the parts, but I'm also going to pay Karst a visit.
Aloy, that man breaks the law every time he speaks to you.
And I'm glad he does. I want to buy a tripcaster, and no other trader will sell to outcasts.
Stock it with ammunition, then. You'll find use for that weapon tonight.
That sounds ominous. All right. See you at the North Gate.
What are you not telling me? Back down here. Oh, there's a zip line. Can I use it?
Something's really bothering him. If he thinks I'm gonna abandon him, he's wrong.
Just layer after layer of mountains. Fantastic.
The Embrace. My whole life, I've never gone beyond this valley. That'll change after the proving. 2 days. 2 days until I get answers. 2 days, and I'll know who she was. And why I was cast out at birth. As if there could be an excuse for that. All right. Time to gather the parts for some fire arrows. I should find a herd.
Do I have something? Oh, it's further that way. Sure. Any shortcut? We'll say she doesn't quite run straight. Oh. Can I shoot the turkey? It is November. Cool. Alright, I think that's one of those fireplaces. Oh, no, that's the medicine. Oh. Cool. Anyone else? Give me your stuff. Sparker. Does it tell me what a sparker does? Weapon modification. Enter. And go to crafting. Q. Doesn't seem to be that. Ammo? Equip. Plus 5% damage. Here's something. I think it's just the warthog. Is that gonna attack me? Oh, Nightbox. They do not seem to be interested in me.
Rom! It's your sister, Alara!
Okay, so that's one place to go. We'll see if we can get up there. Why not? Jump. Here. There we go.
Who are you calling out for? Do you need help?
I have nothing against outcasts. Far from it. But I shouldn't talk to you. I don't want to get in trouble.
I don't see anyone else around to help.
I guess you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be callous. My brother was cast out, but his sentence has ended. He should have come home, but he didn't. And his camp was covered in blood.
Well.
You said your brother's camp was soaked with blood?
The Braves went looking for him, and that's what they found. All I can think about is what might have happened. Is he really dead? Or maybe just wounded? Is he suffering? Does he need help? I can't stand it not knowing.
Try and find out. What did he do?
Why was your brother cast out?
Ron was always a little different. A little touched. One of the hunters had a cruel heart and never let him alone. I was gone but an hour, and the hunter set after him like always, but this
So we've
time,
got, I'm hit in the chat asking if this one is air or Ace-Tech liquid cooled. It is liquid cooled. It's got a 140 mil rad in it, I think.
It cost him
up
10
at the top,
years.
there's shots of it in the review if you go to
I never should have left him
hothardware.com
alone.
and check it out. And it runs nice and quiet. I will say, I think it was the Aurora R11 I reviewed the last time, and that was a louder system, even though they're very similar. It's really just the external chassis, but they have made improvements in the sound on it, so it's not nearly as noisy as the last Aurora I looked at was. So good to see improvements there. Alright, let's go look
I'll
for
do
him.
what I can to find your brother.
You will? Then let me come with you. I won't be a bother. I know how to stay out of sight.
I'm faster on my own.
If
Oh.
that is how it must
Hey,
be.
Sean.
Just find him then. Please.
Sean from Ace Tech, and has done some writing for us in the past. But yeah, it's running beautifully. I've got my microphone not far from the system, and I'm assuming you can't hear it at all. It's just a very, very mellow tone. So, what have we got here? We're looking for blazing shards, trade, ruins. So where am I supposed to find this kid? So we'll have to talk to Greta, I know. Sean says they've fine-tuned and engineered that system pretty darn well, and I will agree. It's a very, very precisely engineered machine. So how do I view my quests? So that's just tab. Enter brings me back here. Oh, I see. Quests here. So that looks like we hit a side quest for the Forgotten. Go to Brahms Camp. So it's just campfires. Oh, I see. It's way out there. I probably don't want to do that just yet. So let's go back to our main quest. And show on the map. I guess we're going right to the middle. Alright, we'll leave this turkey be. And, uh-oh.
Red light means trouble.
Get that. Yeah, this game is just running impressively smooth on here. You could run it at 4K, I'm sure, without issue as well. So, can we snipe him out? Or should I do this and highlight track and try and snipe?
Got you.
Oh, yeah. We're getting wrecked. Stealth is important. Please don't take me all the way back to the bonfire. Okay, we're just up here. That I can live with. Let's take the zip line down this time. So what? Is that just Strider, whatever they have? Whatever they call it? there an indication of how strong I am before I initiate to my death? Where am I? Okay, so I'm heading kind of the wrong way. So Sean, have you played through Horizon Zero Dawn? There it is. I think he's gonna go to the left. Yep.
Ready now.
Come on. I will let them stampede off. I thought I was supposed to be hidden. Okay. We recovered that time. The roll crouch switch is going to get me killed.
For later.
Where is our strider? I think that's it. So we'll track where they went.
Healing dart.
Okay, so I make arrows with tab and here, I guess. 10, 20. Nope, okay, good enough. So, talk to Karst and trade for Tripcaster. Karst was down there. A little bit of a run. Keep an eye out for watchers. Is this bringing me through tribe territory? That's Mother's Cradle. Am I going the right way? Okay. I thought Mother's... Oh, Mother's Watch is back there. Got it.
Time to see Karst and get a Tripcaster. No one else around. It's safe to meet. There he is. Looks nervous.
Okay. What you got, friend?
Well, well, well. An outcast on my doorstep. All mother protect me.
Surprised you saw me the way you keep looking every other direction to make sure no one's watching. Careful there, you'll sprain your neck.
It's always a pain in the neck when you show up, girl, one way or another.
Alright, let's just
Last
get to
time I
trade.
visited, you had a Tripcaster available for trade. Still got it?
I do. But you'd need to bring me a scrapper lens. What can I say? Special weapons don't come cheap.
Oh, I can pay. Took down a scrapper not long ago. Stripped out the lens in perfect condition.
I'll be the judge of that. Show me.
Oh, click the Tripcaster and buy. Sure. Throw it over there.
Now that you've got yourself a Tripcaster, practice how to use it someplace else, all right? My life's exciting
Let's see
enough
what this
without a
does.
bunch of shock wire booby traps to trip over.
Really? Could have fooled me.
Anything else?
Will you be around later, in case I want to make another trade?
I'll be here. Same as usual, bring me the parts you harvest from any machines you hunt. The better the parts, the more shards I'll pay. Be sure to take a close look at my inventory, though.
Hey, Willpower,
Who
how's it going?
knows? Maybe I've got something that could give you an edge in the proving.
Alright.
I guess that concludes our
Goodbye.
business.
All right. See you around.
Yeah,
got
Willpower, I
one
mean, you can kind of
Time
say
to
the
meet
stream
Rusty
is a
in
flex. It is nice to have a RTX 3090 on deck. But it's, you know, mostly to showcase what it can do. Ostensibly, so if it helps any, this machine is not mine. This will be going back to Dell. So I'm going to enjoy it while I can. Alright, so now we are off to Rost at the North Gate. Aim at ground near an enemy and fire something. So let's think this. If I go 1, 2, okay, it creates an electric barrier that will probably hurt me if I run through it. No, it does not hurt me. That's good to know. So I can cast it in front of me as I'm running away and potentially lure them into it. Or, you know, use rocks that at this point I don't remember how to use. So the rain is setting. Yeah, so Willpower says, isn't the Horizon port not great though? It's how it's work. How is it working with this maxed out setup? And it is working phenomenally. It's worked without a hitch. We've had some stream issues. Those are on my end, but we got that sorted out with the audio early on. But as far as gameplay, smoothness, it is silky smooth. Of course, I'm only at 1080p right now. I'll do some more tinkering and see if I can get a 4K stream going. Either of this or Destiny 2 possibly with the new Beyond Light expansion that just came out. But that won't be today.
Explosions and shouts from outside the Embrace.
But definitely an overkill system for 1080p on any title. Unless you're trying to push like a 360 hertz display or something, which even then you're probably going to be CPU limited before anything else. So let's save before I do anything else. Hey Mez, what's up? Hey Pierce. Pierce says, hi, Dell said my Alienware R11 will be coming in December and I ordered it a few days ago. Does it usually take that long? It depends on the configuration you buy from Dell. If you buy one of their stock configs, they're usually a couple weeks. Sometimes quicker if they're a really common config. If you're getting anything with an RTX 3080 or 3090 though, while it's more available than just buying the add-in cards right now, you are going to see a delay from that just because demand for those cards has been so absurdly high that it's kind of slowing everything down. So I'm not surprised, but if you tell me the exact config you got, I can tell you more if that's normal or not. So let's see what Frost has got to say. And yeah, Pog, back at your mess.
I do. Those explosions and shouts beyond the Embrace, is that the trouble you were talking about?
You will know.
How is your new little gig going there?
Dark. Wait for dark?
So will Lion say we're not going to shun him, even though it sounds like we don't have a choice, that we'll somehow overcome it in an emotional story?
Okay? I won't do it. I'm not about to pretend that you never raised me.
Aloy, the law forbids all contact.
So Pierce is getting a 3080 system, so yeah, that's...
I know what
I'm not surprised it's going to be till December, but that's still probably quicker than trying to get a 3080 on its own. Stock is rolling in week after week, but it's still tough to get one of those cards.
So this is what we'll do.
And yeah, Willpower says he was lucky and got a 3070 installed in his system. So
against the law, but I'll talk to you.
I think there's a little more ability with the 3070s because they're just GDDR6 memory, not GDDR6X, so it's a little easier to produce those. You know, and they're a lower powered card, but
so you can stop worrying.
Still,
it's handled.
Still a struggle to get. And Mez says his new gig is incredible. He's loving every minute of it, and asks how I'm liking the build. This system is awesome. Very, very powerful. Is it the system I would get for $4,000? Yeah, I mean, that's tougher to say because spending that kind of money, I really like a lot of the boutique builds from Origin, Main Gear, the EK system I looked at. They've got some beautiful systems, so, you know, I would probably put a little more emphasis on aesthetics than this delivers, but if you're just after the performance and a solid build that's going to be a workhorse for you, absolutely a great system. And when you're playing gorgeous games, you're not really looking at your system anyway, other than to show off. So, I can't knock it. Alright, so let's say we got the Tripcaster.
I saw Karst and got that Tripcaster I was talking about.
And
I hate to think what
so yeah, Mez says it looks so compact, definitely something you could take with you without much issue. And I would agree with that. So it has the carry handle removed that used to be on the previous case design at the top. But it still is grippable at the top, so you can still carry it without a problem. It is quite small, and it's kind of mid-tower territory. And for a 3090 system, as I explained at the start of the stream, or if you go look at my review at HotHardware.com, it's actually a tiny RTX 3090 in there. I mean, it's 10.5 inches long in the width of the PCI bracket, which is a normal size card, but it's no bigger than the 3080 that comes in these systems either. So it's something that I mentioned in my review. I really think Dell should get on selling this exact model of 3090 because it would be very, very popular, but of course subject to demands and stuff. So let's say what the lesson is.
Those explosions are outside the race.
Yeah, so if I just switch back over to the review and go to my first page, bring up the browser. So I've got the 3090 out here and with my ruler, and you can see just 10.5 inches long and about 4 inches wide, and 2.5 slots versus the full 3 slots in the 3090 Founders Edition. So there's a lot to like about that, and from what we measured in the benchmarks, there doesn't seem to be any loss in performance with that. So very, very capable.
Will be taught in due time,
any variation you see from our Founders
Till
Edition
then, we
review
wait.
is probably more due to the stability updates that NVIDIA has pushed than any actual performance capability differences in the card itself.
Still a while to go before dark. I guess I'll get some rest.
Good idea.
So
be no
it doesn't
time for
have
sleep
to be a $4,000 config either. You can definitely tone back a lot of the specs. The cheapest 3090 system I could come up with on the configurator was about $2,700, which takes your CPU and RAM and all that down to pretty low, but still very capable. When pretty much if you're playing 4K games, just about any CPU, any modern CPU is gonna keep up with it because you're going to be bottlenecked by the GPU. In lower resolution games, though, if you're gaming at 1080 and you want high frame rates for first-person shooters and other competitive games, then you definitely want a stronger CPU in there than, say, the i5 or i7, I think, is the base configuration with the 3090. But titles like this, no worries. So, what have we got now? Let's go to quests. Side quest, the Forgotten. Oh, that's the Brahms camp. Okay, errands, odd Greta, talk to Greta, sure. Which is back here. Okay, we'll get a couple things done that way. And my other question for you, Mez, are you going to be getting back into Destiny at all with the new Beyond Light expansion, or are those days behind you? Oh, hi friends. Please don't stampede me. Alright, let's take out this launcher. Nope, he's a strider. And I'll leave him be. So willpower does say, granted, I think Crisis Remastered can't even lock to 60 on CPUs even as powerful as the 10900K. Yeah, the Crisis Remaster is kind of a special case in we're gonna abuse every system we can as much as possible and look gorgeous while we're doing it. We'll have to see if the Ryzen 5000 series chips are any more up to the task. I haven't tried the Crisis Remaster yet on any systems, and I haven't. Oh, where'd you come from? You were not here a second ago. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh. Alright. Going the wrong way. Yeah. Stop chasing me. So yeah, I think I watched a video or two about the Crysis remaster and trying to run it on some insane systems, and it was still stuttering along.
I have looked to your bounty
So,
among the
depending on how much you want to
world's
push that title,
but find no
I guess the
sister.
system will give you as good a chance as any. So let's
Hello,
talk to
Greta.
Greta.
Oh, mother, since I was cast out, have I not been constant as the river flows? Have I not kept the vows as the stones do? Show me your grace, All Mother, and provide for me once more.
Don't worry, Greta. I'll hunt your rabbits.
All Mother,
Yeah,
I
Power
hear
says think
your
it still only
voice
uses
on
like
the
3
wind.
cores or something really ridiculous like that. Yeah, I
would
haven't
count
looked
your
into
blessings on my prayer beads, but I lost them atop the eastern overlook.
what exactly its demands
My
are,
old
but
bones are too
probably
worn
something
to
we'll
return.
explore at some point.
So it's rabbits and your trinket you need this time. Okay, I'll find you at your camp.
So gather meat. Okay. Why do I have to go way up there? I already have 2 meat from the turkey earlier. Can't I just take out a...
Wire didn't
Oh.
hit too far.
Well, let's roast our meat. Why not? Does this count? Rich meat,
Okay,
fatty
Greta
meat,
said her
bone
prayer
meat.
beads were at the eastern overlook.
Okay.
It's not far from here.
Oh, do I have to run over there anyway? Fine. So does anyone know roughly how many hours the main story takes to play through on this game? I mean, I know there's, like Skyrim and other open world games, there's a million side quests you can do, but to just blow through the main story. YOLO.
I'm injured. I need your help.
Huh? Is this who we're supposed to be looking for?
You want to talk to an outcast?
I'm desperate for help. Whatever the consequences.
What's the problem then? Trouble with your leg?
Forget about me. It's my daughter, Arana. She's in danger. She went after a scrapper near Mother's cradle, and I fear for her life. I can't even
time.
stand up, let alone go after her. Will you help me find her?
You know the matriarchs might cast you out for speaking to me, don't you?
I don't care. I tried looking for her myself, and my leg gave out. Just find her. I'll accept any punishment if it means she's safe.
I'll do what I can to help your daughter.
Yeah, and if there are
Make
any
sure
other
she's all right.
titles you want to see played on
I'm
this,
begging you.
while I have it, maybe another evening we can do a stream with some other games. And again, I'll see if I can get 4K stream to play nice. Because why not? If any system's going to be capable of 4K streaming, it's probably this one. Are you okay, Turkey?
The brave trail up the rocks is close by.
You're walking a little funny. Oh. Okay, I don't think the fire arrows are effective against these. What? I don't understand what just happened. But I'm glad I'm not dead. Brittany says it's about 30 hours for the main story. So, yeah, definitely more than we're gonna get to this evening. That's a very Skyrim-esque shot there.
Grata may be devout, but it takes strong arms to reach the Overlook the fast way.
What do we got here? So, a little jumping. Oh. Maybe a little more jumping than I just did. I thought it would auto put me on the post there. I was a little bit mistaken. Just every time you see me dodge instead of crouch, take a drink. Alright, let's be a little more careful this time. So... Nope, it's just gonna fall. I can only jump so far. I'm assuming the tripcaster isn't going to let me cross. Oh, now I'm on it. Why wouldn't it do that before? Up we go. Maybe. Okay, we'll continue to the left. Up, up, over. So that's out. It feels like a jump I can make, but this is probably wiser. Up. There we go.
This looks promising. Aha! Grata's prayer beads. I see why she comes up here to pray. It looks out to Mother's Gate. You know, I wonder what bothers me more. That she ignores me, or that with all her talking to All-Mother, she's never lonely.
Okay. Now, is that back where we came from? No. Wasn't she down here before? Or was that the vendor guy? Okay. Alright, so I think we'll go back to Grata and then call it a stream for the evening. Okay, if you have any final questions about the Alienware system here, or our reviews in general, or Horizon Zero Dawn and my impressions of it, let us know. If there's other games you want to see streamed.
Brew that up later.
And we'll see. I think we're going to try and get Brittany on here to stream some of the new Destiny 2 content this coming week. So make sure you hit subscribe and stay tuned for that.
There's Grata, all alone with All-Mother.
All right.
Good news, Grata.
There you
Once
go,
again,
Grata.
All-Mother has brought you rabbits. I found your prayer beads too. Just try not to lose them again.
I don't think I actually brought her
All-Mother.
any rabbits.
Each morning I find your tears of joy speckling the leaves. Joy at the beauty of all you have made. See how I cry now with you in gratitude.
So you'll cry for her, but you won't speak to me.
Yeah, that's
Fine.
probably it.
Guess that makes you the better outcast.
Barry says
Grata,
it's the controller
I may not be
battery
around much
symbol
for a
is
while.
flashing low
I'm gonna
battery.
run in the proving, and
And
I'm
yeah,
not
I'm
sure
feeling
what's
it.
gonna happen after that.
Oh, Mother, I thank you for the kindnesses you share. When the proving comes, in your great wisdom, may you give favor to a brave of generous heart.
I think I
That's
get what you're saying.
I'm gonna bring that up. Is that
Goodbye,
a battery
Greta.
icon? Because that's
For now.
probably from my camera.
Oh, Mother, hear me as I count off my years of devotion from these beads.
Alright, is there a save function around here? Looks like
As your soothing whisper comes in the hushing of the grass.
I want to go. Waypoint.
Oh, Mother, see how the beads have been worn smooth in the turf.
Or that's not where I am. I'm here. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just cut it there. And if I have to retrace some steps, I'll retrace some steps. But thank you all for tuning in and watching. And make sure you stop by HotHardware.com for news, reviews, and other updates in the tech world, from video games to systems to all other curiosities. And with that, I'll bid you adieu, and thanks for stopping by.